Uh-oh, is this thing on? What down, Joe? It's No Home TV here, back with another boxing video. What's goody, y'all? Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving, you know. I know I did, had a great Thanksgiving, as a matter of fact. I ate some turkey and I stuffed some turkey, if you know what I mean. But, I just wanted to get on here, man, and talk about the fights that happened over the weekend, at least the ones that I saw, which was pretty much all of them of note. Started with Sabril Matias and the one, I don't know, what was he from? Estonia or some shit. The one dude, I don't know where he was from, but, he's a white European dude, Asian European type dude that Sabril Matias had went against, at 140 for the 140 title. Dude was putting some stuff on him. I mean, dude was undefeated too, but he was putting some stuff on Sabril Matias, man. He looked kind of confused for a second there, but it was a good fight. I remember, catching it, the majority of it before shooting out to go get the pizza for the little fight party that I threw. But what y'all know about fight parties, man? Y'all don't even be paying for the motherfucking pay-per-views, nigga. Y'all be streaming this shit. Tell the truth. But anyway, Sabril Matias ended up coming back and putting that power on him, man, and it just became too much. He quit on the stool, much like Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez, but we'll get to that. But second fight I wanted to talk about was Charlo versus Jose Benavidez. Now, it's crazy, right? Because I knew this was going to be the outcome. I knew, something told me, like, Charlo, he should be able to get past Jose Benavidez pretty easily, even with his long-ass layoff and his, previous energy and, not energy, but injuries. And, his, depressed mental, mind state or whatever he was going through, breakup or whatever the fuck. I knew, I said to myself, I was like, he should still be able to beat Jose Benavidez. Because Jose Benavidez, let's be honest, man, he's not that good of a fighter. He's one of them huffing puffers, man. He acts real hard, he mean mugs and all that shit. But in actuality, really honestly, back in the day and shit, it was his brother who used to save him from getting his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, he'd probably be the one going back to school taking the credit and shit. When it was David, the quiet, silent, killer of a giant that was actually putting in the work. Charlo boxed him to a, unanimous decision. I'm pissed off because I should have put some money on Charlo because I knew he was going to win. I was going to do a double parlay type thing, right? Because I did put some money on Andrade, which, was the fucking mistake. But, I thought he could pull it off. Congratulations to Charlo for winning. I was glad that he whooped Benavidez's ass because he was just huffing and puffing and just doing too fucking much. And I love seeing dudes that do too fucking much get their ass whooped. All that cocky shit. But, David Benavidez, versus Demetrius Andrade. I knew going into the fight, after the Charlo, Jose Benavidez fight, I'm like, damn, the brother just lost. I'm like, David gonna be determined not to lose. He ain't gonna let both brothers take a L on the same night, on the same card. I knew he was gonna come out and give it his all. It's just that I didn't think that his power would take Andrade out within 6 rounds. And that's basically what it is, man. Andrade, he put up a valiant effort. I mean, there was even one time where he hit David Benavidez's ass with like a 7-punch combination. It's just that Charlo. It's just that Andrade couldn't stand up to that power, man, and he was trying to stay in the pocket, and I don't know, man. It didn't even seem like David threw a whole lot of punches to even, really get him hurt and get him up out of there. I mean, of course, as the fight drug on, but as far as the, get him hurt and, get him to a hurt that he never really recovered from, it didn't really take Benavidez that many punches, in my opinion, as far as, landing flush. And not only that, I was also kind of surprised at how Andrade's power didn't, stave off, Benavidez, like at all. One of the, he was going to the body, with shots, but he shouldn't have been throwing haymakers to the body. He should have been throwing like a stabbing jab downstairs to slow him down, keep him off of him, push the wind out of him, slow them legs down, type shit. But, he just, wasn't able to get it off, man. And, they asked him on the stool. I guess the narrative is that, he told his father, that he didn't want no more, and they waved it off in the corner. 6th round. Now, there's been a lot of talks going around talking about Andrade quit and all that. Like, look, man, honestly, that's not really fair, in my opinion. Reason being is there's Ryan Garcia quitting, and then there's, I guess you could say the Andrade fight that we just saw quitting, right? There's a guy that's not willing to try to figure out the puzzle, and then there's the guy that hasn't figured out the puzzle and is getting the living shit beat out of him. You can see it on his face, you can see it in his body language. He's getting, he's outpowered, and he's getting pieced up, and it's like, okay, yeah, maybe, it's a little self-preservation. You can say, oh, he quit. Self-preservation is quitting, this, that, and the third. He didn't go out on his shield. He didn't go out there and just get completely, stopped or knocked out cold or whatever the case may be. But it's just like, he couldn't, he didn't have anything. It wasn't that he wasn't trying to figure out how to win the fight. It was just that he was outmatched and couldn't win the fight. So all that quitting shit, man, I feel like that's kind of I feel like, it's circumstantial, and it's kind of unfair to kind of put that label on Andrade. But if that's what you want to do, cool, fine, fuck it, whatever. I thought Andrade made a decent account of himself for, as long as it did last, or, at least the earlier rounds when he was, having success with those combinations, and, he was getting off and turning them, and, fighting back even after he sustained the knockdown. And he tried, man. He didn't just go out there and lay a fucking egg, like little Charlo against Canelo, and not get knocked out the whole fight, for that reason. It looked eerily similar to, like I said, the Subriel Matias fight earlier in the night, and it almost kind of looked a little bit like Terrence Crawford's annihilation of Earl Spence, except without all the knockdowns and not as many punches landed, in my opinion. But, I guess that's just where the power goes. So I guess we'll have to see where Benavidez goes from here. All the Canelo talks are coming up. I'm hearing whispers of Cinco de Mayo next year, Then there's also been talks as far as, Benavidez possibly moving up, to the next weight class where all the other monsters are, like your Bivos and your Benavidez, which, I don't know how that'll hold up, because for a fighter like Benavidez, in order to beat him, you need a bully to beat a bully, and Benavidez is arguably the biggest bully in boxing right now, so I don't know how that'll work out for him. Or even if that's, a route that he's actually going to take, or if that's just something that's being, considered and thought about. But anyway, man, it's No Home TV, man. I'll be back with another boxing video. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to Katie Taylor. That's another fight I didn't cover. Congratulations to Katie Taylor coming back, beating Chantel Cameron in their second fight. So that's probably going to be a trilogy, going forward before, either one of them fight anybody else. But it's No Home TV, man. I'll be back with another one. Peace.